Welcome back to Vault Assault SMP. My name is Buzzy107, and as you can see behind me, the factory is in full production. We are in the process of making all of our gunpowder and that we can, and all of the rockets that we can, and we are going to be making our shop today. So my plans for my shop is going to be a airship in the shopping district that will have an elevator going up to it that will supply rockets to the server. And well, without anything better to do, let's go ahead and talk about how this all works, and then we can go ahead and get ready to start building. So if we look over here, you can see that the the chest over there is bringing out Cinderflower, which is getting hit with some potions of harming, turning it into the gunpowder, and then the sugarcane is coming out from here just one at a time, getting pressed into paper and then going straight into there. Now I could do this up to a stack at a time, but I figured doing one at a time, it just makes it look better. This right here will probably be getting changed over to a storage drawer soon, just so we can alleviate some of the pressure off of this, because if you look, we have 5,000, basically 5,000 sugarcane in here, and I want to be able to alleviate some of that pressure off of it and have paper already on standby, at least until we can get some automated crafting going and we can make our paper and everything all happen all at once. When that happens, we'll probably move all of this out to here and just have it one big assembly line coming over here, grabbing some mechanical arms, grab it, and put it all into the paper right there. But let me go ahead and get the materials, and I will show you guys where our shop's going to be in the shopping district. So we're over here at the shopping district area, and this is actually, if I can stop lagging, that'd be great. Okay, there we go. Over here, I paid Infernal for a bunch of spider eyes, because we're actually going to be using the spider eyes for our shop, because it's how we're making our gunpowder. So while I was talking to him while he was over here at the shopping district, we discussed where exactly I'm going to want to put my shop at. And if we go into the map, basically our shopping district is from up here, and it just kind of follows this biome all the way around and goes to here, and then it comes up and follows the edge of this biome all the way around, and then comes out and goes to here. So because I am going to be making two shops, I decided I'm going to put mine right in this area right here. Now my first shop that I'm going to be doing is going to be most likely my wood shop first. I'm going to get all this stuff together for this wood shop. This wood shop's not going to be large. It's going to be relatively on the smaller side. So let me go ahead and grab everything I need. We'll come back, we'll get this shop in, and then we will get to working on getting our stock in the shop. So I will be right back. Alright, so this has been a while. I went ahead and built a house. So I built a trailer back in the actual wood yard. I didn't care for it, so I went ahead and built a house. Now, this is kind of like a Victorian style house and kind of like a modern style house, kind of mixed together. So I went around with some stone like you would see on a Victorian house. I do have to remove these though, because these aren't supposed to be here. So I went around with some stone like you would see on a Victorian house, and then I kind of went in with a little bit of some smooth quartz and some of this chromatic boards. made that. The house is mainly out of crimson and purple terracotta because I thought that that would look really nice. And then if we come in here, it's got some brass doors. Interior is basically empty. I am doing the interior up here. And all we're doing is just coming in here into a 4-block space. And just... Now, I don't know if this is a create feature or a Vault Hunters thing, but I do like being able to swap over my blocks. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we go 4 here, okay, we can't do that. So what we'll do is we'll do 4 here, and 4 here, and then we'll come in with this. Actually, I got a better idea. We can come in with these. And I'm using this trick. Oops, not there. Using this trick that I kind of discovered while doing my house. Dang it. There we go. That allows me to basically just frame everything out. On the bottom without affecting the top. So now we've got some lights in here. And I think that this will actually work pretty well for the like office space, because this is going to be, so this whole property is owned by a company called Plume & Co. And Plume & Co. is very, they're not the best people. They're not the worst, but they're not the best either. And sorry about that. While they do own this property, let's do that, 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 and then that. While they are not the best people, they do own this property, and they decided to turn this into a office space. And I took this inspiration from my actual job, where I work at. We have a house on the property, and the house was converted into an office space for the main office of the company. We just went ahead and my job and bought the land that was in front of where our shop space was and turned that into a office space, which, I mean, it works. But we're gonna put a sign here. And we're gonna do it like that. Okay. Okay, let's try this way. Alright, so alright, vertical slabs, not my favorite thing. Alright, that should be tall enough. Let's make sure that all of this works. So we want this right here. Alright, like that. There we go. Plume & Co. Industries, elevating tomorrow 1 year at a time. And I actually did the artwork for this sign, and this is the parent company of the wood shop. They are also the owners of the factory, and they are also the owners of the rocket shop that I am going to be building. So I wanted to make sure that I put a sign here just for a little bit of lore purposes. It's nothing too crazy, but we do need to figure out how we're going to do the sign. And I wanted to use these, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Let's see, what else do we have? Alright, so what we could do is we can actually do a little bit of a wire frame. So we go up like that, like that. And then we can come down like this. How does that look from the back, from the sides? Don't care for it on the sides. You could have something like that. Maybe. And then we can do this and come across here. Let's see. It's not gonna work. So we can do something from the bottom, like that, like that. And we bring this down, we bring this over, we grab these, set this back up. There we go. And then at nighttime, that will actually illuminate the top. So, let me go ahead, get some decorations around the outside of the house, get some create stuff added. That's one reason why this house is so bare as far as the detail, because the detail is going to be in the create stuff that we add to kind of make it all go together. Alright, I think I have the steampunk elements to the extent that I want. Now, this one's going to be a little strange, but I want to try and run it through with you guys real quick. So hold on one second, let me get a quick sip of water. So I went around and I put up some glow lichens, some bushes and stuff like that to kind of make it look like the house is not being properly maintained. There is glow lichen in a bunch of spots, as you can see. And then I've got bushes coming up, taking out some of the quartz that is being used on these copycat panels and turned it into some bushes. I added in a bunch of flowers throughout here. Added in this little thing, which is it is a power source. It is like a aether power source, I guess is the best way to put it. And it's kind of powering all of this. And I'm going to have a like a somewhat of a gate right here that is being powered by this. It's not actually going to be powered by it, but it's going to be powered by it, if that makes sense. Alright, but yeah, like I said, I'm going to have a gate here that's, you know, it's going to be open, but it's going to be controlled by this. And then this is where all the stock is going to be. I went through here and just kind of added some greenery to it, just to kind of make it look like it's a little bit more unkempt. Put in a little bit of a pathway here. Maybe, you know, vehicles come in when they're loading stuff up, and they, you know, as they come out, they kind of spread the grass and stuff throughout all the place, all over the place. But yeah, that's basically the outside. The inside is going to be pretty bare bones. I am going to be grabbing all of this stuff out because this is actually my payment area. As you can see, it is a safe, and we're going to have it right over here. And I'm going to be doing like full decorations on this soon, but for right now we're just going to put a good old-fashioned desk in here. So we got a desk right there. I don't know what's going on with that. Why that's not loading in. I think it has something to do with the safe, so we'll put that like that. Or that one's just not cooperating at all, so we'll just leave it out. But yeah, I got a desk right here, and then over here, you know, we have a little bit of a attic. Not really going to be using that all that much, but I am planning on doing a full decor of this, having bookshelves, bookcases, all that. And actually, I'll go ahead and get that stuff up now, and yeah, when we come back, this house will be. So this is the end of the episode. In between clips, I went ahead and did a little bit of an interior. I still don't think that it's quite where I want it to be, but I think that that's going to be good for now. Got the safe in here, got the chairs, got some bookshelves, some chests, some barrels. You know, they're not very worried about cleaning. They're not going to hire a cleaning lady or anything. But I also put this guy in here, and that's just for me, because getting in and out of that water fountain with my ping for some reason is being a little tricky. But figured I'd throw that in there. I really do like this sign. I have something to show you guys over at the base when we go to close out everything. But yeah, just went ahead and put some stock in here, just in case anybody wants to come by and wants to look at the stock. I haven't decided on a price yet, but I do think that it's going to be quite reasonable. So let's go ahead and head on over to the base real quick. Debating on whether or not to do this for a while, and I finally decided to do it. This is my little AFK area. It's got a Plume & Co. poster here. It's got a shot of the build of our house. And I kind of have it like this just because, you know, we are the CEO of Plume & Co. So, you know, why not have our own little chair? Let's go ahead and remove the shield too. But with that being said, we now have our own little office, and we also have a shop over in the shopping district, and we now have established the name of the company in this episode. So with all of that we have done, this brings us to the end. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a good one.